Today we're going to be talking about fronts. Earlier you learned about air masses. There's different kinds of air masses. The air mass can be warm and humid. It can be cool and humid. It can be warm and dry, or it can be cool and dry. The air masses don't mix, and the area where the two air masses might meet and not mix is called a front, or a frontal boundary. So today we're going to talk about these four types of fronts that can form. The first is a cold front. Let's watch an animation of a cold front. You can see the cold air moving in. This is quickly moving cold air. The warm air ahead of it gets pushed up very quickly. This forms clouds. Clouds with vertical lift, like cumulonimbus clouds. Cumulonimbus clouds can bring storms. At this front, you can see precipitation. It could also bring storms or even tornadoes. So let's watch that animation one more time. You see the cold air moving in. The cold air is stronger than the warm air, so it quickly pushes the air up. A cold front occurs when a rapidly moving cold air mass runs into a slowly moving warm air mass. Because cold air is denser than warm air, the cold air mass remains close to the ground and sinks under the less dense air mass. The next type is a warm front. Here we have warm air. This time the warm air is stronger than the cooler air, and it is gently rising above the cooler air. This causes several different types of clouds to form along the front. You'll see at the beginning of the front you have cirrus clouds. So while these clouds are in the air, notice down here there's no precipitation. But then as you go down, you get different types of clouds to form, eventually getting to nimbostratus clouds, and you can see the precipitation. Let's watch the animation one more time. Notice this air isn't moving as fast as the cold air mass did with the cold front. It's slowly rising up above. That gives a lot more time for these clouds to form. The next type is a stationary front. This is when you have a cold air mass and a warm air mass moving towards each other, and they're both about the same strength, so they can't push each other out of the way. You get clouds that form along through here. You'll get stratus clouds, and you can get several days of rain because this type of front can stay in one place for several days. Notice them pushing on each other. Stationary front. The last is an occluded front. An occluded front is very rare. It's when you have two cooler air masses. They come together and they trap a warm air mass in between them. This is the only type of front where you're going to see three different air masses coming together at the same time. Again, you can get precipitation. Remember, with any of these fronts, precipitation can occur. With a cold front, you can also get storms, and with a stationary front, you may get rain for several days.